Well, on the one hand, I think China's rise is perfectly understandable because, as the history of rise and fall of great power shows, when a great power um, makes formidable economic growth, it turns its economic assets into military assets, and it seeks a sphere of influence in regions on which its future prosperity and security depend. There's nothing odd about that. The United States did the same thing in the 19th century with its Monroe Doctrine. The problem for China, though, is that the prevailing hegemon in the region is the United States, that has been overwhelmingly a force for good for the region in the last few generations, and has kept the peace and the order. And the United States, I believe, will go to great lengths to ensure that China does not dominate the region. And I think that's the hope across the Australian political spectrum. Um, but it's a bit schizophrenic because, as I said earlier, some Australians think that America is going to withdraw from the region under Donald Trump, or if not withdraw from the region entirely, place less emphasis on the region. Um, I have a little bit of sympathy for the argument that America is overextended in the world, Stephen. You might disagree with this. I think the days of unipolarity are over. We're witnessing the return to great power security competition, something no one saw happening in the 1990s, for instance. And I think that with the return of great power security competition, it's going to mainly happen in our neighbourhood. And it's not a welcome development, but this is our future. So it gets back to this fundamental point. The United States and Australia need to go to great lengths to keep in check a rise in China. But China is going to great lengths to try to influence Australian public opinion. And we have a very big Chinese community in Australia, most of whom are law-abiding. They see themselves as Australians. But there's also a significant segment of Chinese Australians who are sympathetic and probably loyal to the CCP. And to the extent those trends continues, this will be a problem for Australia down the road.